Thank you very much. So good morning from me, from sunny Munich. It's pretty cold outside. We are not really allowed to go outside as well. It's believe similar situation in Czech Republic at the moment, but I hope that next time we will really get the possibility to meet face to face and to talk better and more closely about different things about robotization and how Blue Prism can help you in your digital transformation journey. So in my slot right now, I'm going to give you a brief overview about what's new in the latest version of Blue Prism, starting from 6.3 till 6.7 that was released just a few days ago, but also give you some overview about what's coming next and what to expect in the next few months and also in the next few years maybe from Blue Prism, which direction we are going and how we can a better way support you. So I'm very well aware that most of you are probably already using a version 6.3 or 6. For example, previous presenter was talking about version 6.6 already. So I don't know how much of the content I'm going to deliver in this technical update is going to be new for you, but I would like just to put a little bit your attention on some specific features, because update to new release is not necessarily equal to using all these new features, and some of them are really exciting. So I will start with update, so going through main features in this area. So it's multi-team environments, support of Chrome and Firefox, Outlook, VBO, Digital Exchange, and so on and so forth, and then cover the roadmaps topics. First, talking about vision, where we're going talk a little bit about what's going to be announced, what we have done so far outside of the core platform, and also cover the roadmap. Okay, so most feature that was really a lot of customer was waiting for is multi-team environment. If your development team at the beginning is really small, just 2-3 developers, that's not a big thing for you. But scaling and automating more and more processes, growing the automation team, at some point you have to take care also about the restriction of the rights. And the issue before was that you was not able to say which developer can access which processes or which objects. And especially if we talk about cross-department implementation, where you have, for example, HR department or finance department, they don't really like to share the knowledge or some specific data to other departments or team members. And that's very important at this point, to have a possibility to create restricted access to specific elements. And we started with multi-team environments in 6.3. We are also providing some updates to this functionality, extending this, but it's about to restrict the rights to processes and objects, runtime resources. It's possible to create private objects for users or teams, but also shared artifacts where you're really sharing that across of whole organization of several different departments. So in the settings, you originally can create access to, for example, Object Studio and Process Studio. What is a user or group of users able to do, or roles able to do? But now you can also get right-clicking the folder or a single process, and you have here access rights, and you are able to define who is really able to access this specific element and what exactly he is able to do. That's really very important. We started in 6.3 also with supporting of more browsers. So originally it was just Internet Explorer, but demand on the market was forcing to provide also support to Chrome and Firefox. So we added support for Chrome in 6.3. In 6.4 also Firefox support was added, and in each release we provide more upgrades to these specific integrations to support the latest versions of such browsers. Outlook VBO came as well in 6.3, I believe. So that's new and easier way to provide possibility to send and receive emails. So before it was possible to do as well with IMAPI, but that was not so comfortable way. Now it's really easier. In 6.4, we introduced web APIs functionality that provide an interface for configuring native interaction with systems and services that provided published HTTP APIs. The most common of this is RESTful web services. That's also a step forwards in terms of providing more capabilities to business users, not always relying on development or IT. One of the major features of 6.4 was also creation of a new platform in our portfolio, Digital Exchange. Digital Exchange is a kind of app store, similar to App Store for your phones that you use. So if you have iPhone, then you have Apple Store. If you have Android device, then Google Play. You go there, you search for specific apps or technologies you download, and you're immediately able to use them on your phone. Same approach we use also for our digital exchange platform, which allows you to extend the use cases that you are covering in your robotization map. You can see here, for example, it's possible to directly download it, and then the new skill appears on the right side in Developer Studio, and then per drag and drop you can directly move it to the process, to the canvas of the studio, and use it without any additional programming. I would like to show you a few elements that as samples that you can download from Digital Exchange. You have there some cognitive capabilities, support for Internet of Things, calendar, and so on and so forth. Some really interesting feature that you can probably also pay attention is, for example, integration with Ultima, where you don't really need to use surface automation in case of using application through the Citrix or RDS environment, but still using APIs how it's recommended. So the Ultima software is not for free, but the connector you can download on the Digital Exchange, and then with license of Ultima you are able to use this nice technology. We are also providing content self. So it's about how content is going to be delivered to this Digital Exchange platform. Some of this content is delivered by Blue Prism employees, by our professional services, by our product team, but the majority is coming also from outside, from our technology partners, from our integration partners, we like NEOOPS or some others, and also motivated developers who is developing the content and is able to send it through quality assurance of Blue Prism, and then it will be available as well on the Digital Exchange. And what you see here is, for example, easy way to integrate with SIP. So in SIP, you can act also with help of so-called transaction codes. So putting in the left corner this transaction code, you are going to a specific page, and we are delivering transaction code based VBOs for specific pages in SIP with all elements already spied out for you and with typical process for this page. So that's create for you additional way to integrate faster with SAP. In 6.5, we introduced also a really interesting feature, data gateways, that provide you possibility to reroute, for example, session logs from Blue Prism database to some external endpoints. It's not just session logs that can be rerouted, but also published dashboard and some specific custom data. This way, you really can access live data going through the Blue Prism platform in your environment and analyze it, and also provide, for example, published dashboard not just to users of Blue Prism, but also, for example, to management level. So you cannot, for example, you can see here by session logs, you can write either to session logs or to data gateways. You cannot disable both options. So session logs always has to be stored somewhere, but you have a choice. Also new in 6.5 was first implementation of work queue analysis, giving to you more about statistics, what happens in your work queues to compare maybe a situation and trends, what number of elements is waiting in the queue, what is the average error rate in specific area, and so on and so forth. This was introduced in 6.5 first time and is going to be extended from functionality perspective later as well. We did also some optimization in login agent. In 6.5 we introduced the programmatically capability to send Ctrl-Alt-Delete sequence to login agent. I would recommend you to check user guide available on the portal for login agent to check more about this functionality. We started the journey in terms of localization and translation. So originally, the product was available just in English. In 6.5, we added support for simplified Chinese and Japanese. In version 6.7, released just a few days ago, it was French added. In May, we're expecting German language, then later Spanish, Russian, and some more to come. In addition to translation of UI, it's also added holidays calendar that can be really useful for some specific situation for scheduling of the processes. We added as well IPV6 support. So I don't know how many of you are already on this standard, but in the future probably it will be more asked as at the moment. And that's it from my side to update. And I would like to switch now to a roadmap and explain where we're going and what we plan to do. So originally we started with 19 years ago with automation of back office processes, but it's more and more required to add also a collaboration between digital workers and human workers. So we are talking about human plus digital in this situation. Cloud ready, we are not forcing our customer to use just on-premise installation. It's possible also to use that's in cloud. Later today, I will have also separate session about Blue Prism Cloud offering. That's a little bit specific topic, but not going to spend so much time on this topic right now. And everything connected. It's our approach to give you possibility to automate your process as fast as possible and as easy as possible. So providing you more and more integration out of the box from our platform perspective. The analysts are saying that between 92 and 94% of the processes require at some point human interaction. And on previous slide, I was already talking about communication between digital worker and human worker. And that's a really very important topic. And that's not about execution on automation on the desktop of employee. It has still to run in the back office in secure environment, but it's about communication between human and digital worker. And we are providing a couple of possibilities in this area. Some of them are based on our technology partners like Trust Portal. Some of them are based on acquisition like Autonomy. I'm going to talk later. And also our product team is working on more possibilities in this area. As already mentioned, we acquired last year company Autonomy. They built interesting managed service offering with Blue Prism platform in the back and Azure, and with some additional components. We are now really integrating all these custom components from Autonomy in our offering. And I will talk later about this in the next slot when I'm going to talk about our cloud offering. Everything is connected. I'm talking here about so-called sound somehow cool 5D vision. So what is it about? So first D is discover. So we are going to provide you more and more functionality in terms of how to find the opportunities for automation, how to measure them, what opportunity is good, what is not so good in this area. We already have process discovery tool available for all of our customers in our portal. I don't know if you are aware about it, but that's available already in the portal since around 1 year now. But we are going to grow in this area, providing to you not just ability to prioritize different opportunities in your pipeline for automation, but also to find a new opportunity self. So it's going to be later some kind of cognitive-based functionality, monitoring what people are doing on the desktops and creating for you some suggestion for automation. And that's also about second D, describe. So usually how most of our customers are running the automation, you have process analysts and you have developers, and you have also to provide more or less take over from one team to another team. And that's about to describe the process, to create process document description. If you talk about delivery is third D. That's about the automation platform self, ability to schedule the process and to run process, execute the process most comfortable way. Decipher is the fourth D. That's about structuring the content coming to your organization, because originally robotic platform is very well in handling structured content, but not really capable with processing content that not so well structured. And Decipher is the platform that was introduced by Blue Prism World last year, where we are going to provide some functionality in exactly this area. Later about this a little bit later. And digital exchange is the fifth D. That's about to extend what we provide with additional functionality coming from our ecosystem, from our technology alliance partners, but also from our partners and just motivated Blue Prism developers. So a few announcements, what we have done outside of the core product model is Blue Prism. So as already said, Blue Prism acquired last year Autonomy organization, and that's also about this additional offering in this area. So I'm going to talk in the next slot, and also about this additional components like AIDA, Blue Prism Cloud Hub, and interact. Just few weeks ago, we launched the new product, Service Assist. Service Assist is really a very focused solution for customer service centers. And that's by the service center or call center, it's all about the average call time. So how long you need to solve the issue of your customer. And we developed together with, in combination of Blue Prism technology and Trust Portal technology, solution that we call Service Assist that help our customers to improve the productivity of customer service employees, but also drive the customer satisfaction and reduce agent attrition. In Spain, 1 year ago, we started with a big project by Telefonica, and that was a call center with 2,000 employees. And it was a commitment from implementing partner there, from EY and Accenture, that they will achieve in the first year cost reduction by 25%. And they were successful with this. Average call time could be reduced from 9 minutes to just 2 minutes. So if the customer is calling, then using the phone number of the customers, system automatically was using Blue Prism digital workers to extract customer information from several systems and present it on the desktop of the service center agent immediately. So you already have personal experience in this area, I believe, where you calling some service center and agent is first few minutes just trying to connect to specific systems to get you information and so on and so forth. This can be completely not removed, but really drastically reduced this time. Also, typical activity could be executed with help of just one single buttons, like change address or increase or change the tariff maybe of the customer and so on and so forth. And this solution, like I said before, is based on integration between Blue Prism and Trust Portal. You heard already today about Trust Portal and until the session at the afternoon. And if you would like to get more knowledge about Service Assist, please ask also NEOOPS maybe later, and they will provide all necessary information to you. Decipher is, like I said before, is a platform to structure unstructured content for you. That was announced in May last year by last Blue Prism World event, and in May this year we are finally going to launch the first version that will be focused on invoice topic, but it's not just about invoice, it's about structuring of unstructured content in general. And also at the afternoon we will have a separate session for Decipher. Okay. About our roadmap. So our roadmap is going to be updated every 3 months, so quarterly basis. And initially I planned to talk about roadmap not in slides, but to show that in our portal, because I don't know if you know, but it's possible now to see our roadmap directly in the portal. So it's always in the very last version there. So just go to the portal and on the product tab, you will see the roadmap and can directly access it. But in generally, we are going to work on scalability and security of our products, key user enhancement. We are listening to our customers and market and implementing the features that asked by our customers. It's about user experience and also extending our footprint in Blue Prism cloud offering and the platform itself. So I am just going to run maybe through the main features in the May, August, November release. So it's focused here to specific topics, to platform, cloud, digital exchange, Decipher, and process discovery. To each of these topics, we have some roadmap, and you can see all of them in our portal. But in May, to expect, for example, enhanced platform in single sign-on area. It was added also some additional deployment options for gateways. We work also on usability, adding capabilities for search and filter in processes and objects. It could be sometimes really difficult, especially if the number of objects and processes is increasing. Our localization journey is continuing with adding German language in May. So digital exchange is also very important for us to move forward with our ecosystem, providing more and more out of the box integration to our customers. And this is also important to extend this platform, adding, for example, e-commerce there to be able to make it able for the customers directly download some content from digital exchange and also buy required licenses if it's necessary. We are going also to add some content from our product team in area SAP, this transaction codes I was talking about. That's going to be available in May, but also ABAP code analyzer and S4HANA analyzer, and so on and so forth. In Decipher, initial release will be done in May, but NEOOPS was participating in the first beta testing, so they are able to show that already now, I believe. So you will be more or less first group of customers seeing this. And in process discovery, we're expecting also some improvements in terms of process management, process assessment, process governance, and so on. Talking about August, we are going to add some new functionalities in license management, so it will be possible to share license keys between different environments. If you have a distributed environment for the production, then it will be a big benefit for you. And also localization will go forward with Spanish. In digital exchange area as well, some news going to be there about digital exchange developer tools and e-commerce. We are going to work also on customer experience, new taxonomy and UI improved. In Decipher, we are going forwards with new form definitions, so it will be not just about invoices, but providing the new forms, adding additional functionality in audit and monitoring area. And in process discovery, it's about also extending existing metrics that you use, for example, for prioritization of the processes, but also to add specific more. If you talk about November, November will be a more or less maintenance release, adding just very few changes in license management, but focusing on performance improvement and bug fixing. Digital exchange and Decipher will get also some upgrades by Decipher is going to be introduced intelligent form builder to create specific user interfaces, and also new machine learning model will be introduced as well. And in process discovery, it will be possible to customize questions that you ask for the prioritization of the processes and to create some connected RPA assessment. If we talk about Outlook, what's going to be in more than 3 quarters from now, then it's about also new web and mobile UI for the platform. So it will be it will be possible to access control room from web and mobile UI. Also, we are going to add new cloud-based deployment models. We're going to expand API framework. We are still working on orchestration and control at scale, so to improve and make it easier to work from control room and orchestrate the processes. And also localization is going to be also the topic. I'm skipping the news about cloud because of a separate slot later about cloud. So don't worry, it will be covered as well. In digital exchange, we have also big plans, and since more than 1 year, we have now AI labs and innovation center as a part of our Blue Prism organization that deliver the new products and new technologies. The first of them is Decipher, but they are going to provide some computer vision and AI technology for discovery, what I was mentioning already at the beginning. And in Decipher, it's going to be more and more a container approach where you can add to Decipher additional skills. Skills will be also developed and provided through digital exchange, but you can also add additional technologies to Decipher to make it more powerful. That's all from my side at the moment. So thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
sorry, I was a little bit too long. I believe 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, Michael, for insightful presentation. I believe that everybody was waiting for the roadmap presentation because that was something which was always kept secret in Blue Prism. So now we know more what's ahead of us and what are the plans. Because we overrun a little bit, I would choose just one question from several which were asked, and that is, what about new Edge Chromium-based browser support? Is it planned because it's related to this roadmap maybe? So do you have any information about support for this application, Michael?
So that's definitely very important for a lot of our customers who is still using Internet Explorer, because Internet Explorer is not going to be supported very soon, and they have to move to Chromium or some other browser. We know about that. We are discussing in the product team when this support is going to be added. It's definitely going to be added, but I cannot commit to any timeline at the moment.